What's up, everybody? So, with the new update of Pokemon Go is kind of giving us one of the best things that I personally think are in the game, and that's special items. Now, in a lot of their comments and a lot of our new videos, we've been asked the same question because they've seen us be evolving some of these with the special items. Everybody keeps asking, how do you get them? Well, unfortunately, that there is no easy way to explain exactly how to get them. There's an easy way to get them, and there's a hard way to get them, and there's a possibility of a certain way to get them. So what I'm trying to say is the most normal way anybody has been able to get them now is spinning PokéStops. Some people have said, well, they have to be Lord PokéStops. I can tell you for a fact that is not true because I've gotten one of my special items from a PokéStop that didn't have a lure on it. All right. Actually, I think I've gotten all of my special items from, and now keep in mind I've gotten a total of 4 as of right now, and I've probably spun somewhere in the vicinity of 400 PokéStops in the last few days. It's a tedious grind, and it's supposed to be able to, add some longevity to the game instead of everybody just getting everything right away. But a lot of people have already gotten them. Some people have gotten a lot pretty lucky. I myself have gotten absolutely ridiculously lucky. It also kind of depends on where you are, because if you're in a spot, or like, let's say you live in Montana or something like that, you might only be in the vicinity of a few PokéStops. So the easiest thing I can always tell people to do is go to like a city or something like that that usually has 1,000 PokéStops, any type of, a church or a monument or Starbucks or Sprint stores or Dunkin' Donuts, whatever it may be, and just, spin them. Now, I know it's kind of tedious, and honestly, it's kind of unfair, because let's say like somebody, like I went to Central Park. Central Park has 1,000,000 PokéStops. Everybody knows that who's watched our videos. You've seen me there 1,000 times. So it wasn't all that difficult for me to find 400 PokéStops. You just kind of go around the park over and over, and it's not that big a deal. Also, Atlantic City. Atlantic City has a ton of PokéStops. But somebody who lives in kind of a distant, more country type of area might have a serious situation where you only have a couple of PokéStops. So what do? Well, here's what you do. And this isn't exactly the most fair thing in the world either, but it seems that if you get your 7-day-in-a-row award for spinning PokéStops 7 days in a row, you'll get a special item. Now, what does this say? This kind of says that, okay, well, there's always a way to get a special item, even if you live in those areas. However, it's going to be a much slower process regardless. Now, the chances of you getting, let's say you live in a place where it only has a couple of PokéStops. The chances of you spinning it enough times in however many days to get a special item is like winning the lottery in comparison to the 7-day mark. So I wish there was an easier way I can explain for anybody to get, the King's Rock or the Sunstone or the Metal Jacket, but unfortunately right now those are the only ways to get it. Now, from everybody wants to know if there's a guaranteed way to get it. The 7-day one, as far as I can tell from everybody, is a guaranteed way to get it. Again, is it fair? Absolutely not. People have an obvious advantage over others, but I will say it's kind of worth it because it's really cool to have something that other people don't. I mean, that might seem kind of egotistical and narcissistic, but it's true. I was able to transform my Poliwag into Politoed. I was able to get Slowking. What's the other one? Oh, I can get the Flora, which is basically like a dandelion, which I'm showing up on the screen now, which is a dandelion that has Solar Beam. I mean, it's kind of small, but God, does it pack a punch. Can't take much of a hit, but it really will dish one out. It's the funniest thing in the world. I've seen this little dandelion taking on like a 3,000 Dragonite and just obliterating it. But there's a couple others that have it. I have a feeling this is going to be something that's going to be added to the game long term because it's so highly sought out. I mean, they're beyond rare. I mean, as far as I could tell, math-wise, there's like a 1 in 200 chance of getting a special item. Basically, what that means is, on average, you would have to spend PokéStops 200 times to get a special item. I myself can attest to that. So, because the way I've gotten them, I got lucky a couple of times. One I didn't even know I have. Always make sure you check inside of your items and go all the way down to the bottom, because that's where they will be. For whatever reason, the first Sunstone I got, I didn't even know I had. So I'm really not 100% sure on where I got it, but as far as I can tell, it was there. I don't know. Like, it didn't really pop up on the side. It's not really noticeable. Because they always pop up on top, and you really can't, sometimes you just kind of miss it. But anyway, so anybody has any other questions or suggestions or anything like that, leave in the comment on the bottom, and we'll take it from there. Hopefully somebody has some sort of a better opinion or option than what I have, or maybe a better way or a more guaranteed way to get it without, cheating or anything like that. I don't even think there's a way to even really cheat that, to be honest with you. It's ridiculously random. It's probably one of the rarest things I can think of in the game in total, which is kind of cool. The game's all about rarity and everything else, and I really do like that they added it. Again, they didn't give us some of the stuff they said they were going to give us, but hey, 80 new Pokemon, a lot of these new... okay, they didn't give us legendaries yet either, but don't get me started on that. What else about special items? Well... nope, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple thing. Unfortunately, everybody and their mother's searching about trying to figure out a way to get them, and the simple answer is there is no simple answer. You could go and spin one PokéStop and get it, or you could spin 300 and get it. But I'm telling you, that 7th day, just keep spinning them each and every day, and you will definitely get one for that 7th day. Anyway, that's it for me. Don't forget to smash that like button, and see you next time.